Hey guys, so what I want to talk to you today about is opportunity hopping and how to avoid that. What do I mean by opportunity hopping? Opportunity hopping, let me tell you a story. Now we have a fixed team and a setup, we know exactly what to do, we have our opportunities that we're working with and the e-commerce brands that we're building and the coaching that we're doing, and we have like everything is figured out and we have a working business model, you know. But it hasn't been that way. So I remember back when I started out doing business, when I started out, like when I had the idea, I was like, I'm gonna start a business, right? So I wanted to go on Amazon. So I started an Amazon business, and that was working out okay. That started great until I had an obstacle, or I hit the obstacle. That for me was sourcing. So I had a big problem sourcing, and that took way longer time. So while that was going on, I was like, oh, let me open a sourcing company because I'm in China and I can help people source their products, and they need this. So let me do this, right? So this is what this was the next opportunity. One thing got hard. It's like, okay, let me move to that. Then I was doing that a little bit, and that also got hard because I was working with freelancers and they weren't as responsive as I wanted to, and I was just working from home in like my little we had like a guest room, and I had a little tiny table. I actually put there was a bed in the room and a closet, and it was like a real tiny tight space. Like I had to kind of walk in like this because it was a real tight tiny space. But anyway, I was working from that. So there was no team, there was just freelancers. So it got hard because not everything ran smoothly, right? And then from there on, the next thing, I was like, look, now I have this first product and it didn't really sell, it didn't really perform that well, right? So I actually still have half of that stock somewhere sitting in a warehouse in China. I only sold the first half, and the second half I ran out of money to even ship to Amazon. So that was that. But then somehow I came up with, and I was like, look, let me do another product. It must be that the product isn't the right thing. So let me go do another product. And I came up with beard products, and they weren't selling on Amazon either. So I put up a website. I was like, okay, let me do the website and let me do that kind of thing. And then I did that for a while. And then I thought, for the sourcing, people also need product pictures. So let me get up a product picture service. So I created the website, and I spent weeks and months in doing that and learning all of this on how to do this. And eventually I had a website up, but no one really bought, right? So I was like, shit, maybe it's not the right thing. Maybe I should have a service where I could bundle people's sample. Yeah, that's cool. Let me do that. So again, I went up and I programmed the site. Or I didn't program it, but I put it together on like a WordPress thing, and it was done eventually, right? And I was like, cool, that's done. Now let me get some business. But like no one was coming into that. And every time it got hard, I kind of lost my focus on this. And I know that it can relate to you because this opportunity hopping to go from one thing to another, it's so poisonous for your mind, right? It's not even that it's depressing because you always start a thing and then it doesn't work out, so you do the next thing. And, because it's depressing because you have the people around you starting to build expectations, right? So the people around you are like, oh, so you were doing this Amazon thing, how's that going? Oh yeah, that did okay, but I have this crazy new opportunity and it's so cool. And initially people are like, oh yeah, man, that sounds so good, go for it, right? And then you do this, and after some time they come back, so how's that new thing going? And then people go like, you go like, yeah, that's going all right, but now I have this new crazy opportunity. But didn't you say that about the last thing? Like, when is something going to work out, right? Maybe whoever that is around you, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's other people that you know. The pressure builds, right? And it gets really depressing when this doesn't work out. But that's just one part of it. What makes this really a problem is you poison your mind with that. Because you're teaching your mind, you're teaching your brain that every time it gets hard, you are switching the model. And that's the way you train them, right? That's the way you train your mind. So you hit a roadblock, and then immediately the first thought that you have is, oh, I need to switch the opportunity. I need a different product. I need a different way to market it. I need a different, whatever it's different, right? Instead of just saying, okay, how do I figure this out? Like, how do I actually work through the hard part? Maybe I can learn from someone who has already been there. Because they will have the solution because they already figured that out. Someone figured that out, right? So if you're around the people that can tell you how to get over that and then actually go through this and go through the pain and do this, which is tough, which is not fun, but you'll have to do that. Because if you don't do all of this, you'll train your mind to always work out on a different opportunity. And no matter what you do, there's always going to be another opportunity. There's always going to be that seemingly is so much easier to make money on. That's so much better. That's so much quicker, right? That's so much more hassle-free, right? So you're going into that, and every time you get stuck on that roadblock and you need to decide, look, now I know it's gonna suck, but now I know I have to go through this. So you go through it, you overcome it, and you will actually see a result. But if you train your mind to every time when you hit a roadblock to look for a different opportunity, you will create that loop. You will forever be stuck in that, because the more often you do that, the harder it gets to actually do the right decision. Right? It's the same thing with procrastinating anything. If you say, oh shit, I forgot to call my friend. I'll call him back tonight. Right? Oh, okay, I call him, shit, tonight, I forgot, I'll call him tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes the day after, and it gets harder and harder and harder every time, right? And it's the same thing with that. It's just the distance is greater. So you create the new opportunity, you work 2-3 months on it, forget how much work you already put in that, and then you move on. So it's like, if it's like this, you're going to be stuck in that cycle. So in order to break out of that cycle, that's what's going to help you. And I know it's hard to do this alone, and I know it's hard to overcome these things. So you need to surround yourself with people that have already gone through that, because every entrepreneur has gone through something like that. So anyone who is more successful, who has reached a level that you're aspiring to get to, they have overcome those issues. It doesn't even need to be in your space. It doesn't even need to be in like the e-commerce space. It could be in anything, because the overcoming of challenges, you'll have that in any business. It's not just e-commerce. It's not just digital. It's really every business. And every business owner that has more success than you, they just successfully overcame more challenges. So just take them as a role model. We can help you with that. So if you want to have coaching on that, if you want to have a mentorship and someone who guides you through the process of actually setting yourself up for success, there's a link below in the subscription where you can book a call with us. If not, just look around you. Look who's there. Look who has more success, and just get close to those people. Get rid of the people that are not on that level, and go to more successful people that you're aspiring to. It's such a cliche thing, but it's so true because of that, right? Because of making sure you train your mind. Long story short, if you want help with that, book a call below. And if not, find someone who can help you, and I catch you tomorrow. Cheers.